Hello guys, today I'm going to discuss with you what you have to do today for your project. Okay, so today we're going to have a project discussion regarding things that you need to do for your term 2 project. The first thing that we're going to do is that your assignment is going to be this is your project rather. Okay, term 2 project. Okay, for grade 7 English. The first thing that you're going to have to do, this is going to be done individually. All right, this is the part of the project that you're going to, this is your number one assignment that you're going to have to do by yourself. You're going to be writing a compare and contrast essay. When you compare and contrast, you're basically telling the differences and the similarities between two objects. Okay? In this assignment, it's called you versus who. Okay, so here the task or what you're required to do is to compare identities between yourself and the character of your choice. The essay aims to help you discover your own identity and help you relate yourself to a character from the novel. Remember, the outsiders, they're all children and they're all teenagers. Some of them are even your age or maybe a little bit older. Okay, what we really need to focus on is uh, comparing your personality to theirs. All right, to see what is similar. What could be similar? What could be the similarities between you and one of these characters? The character of your choice. Okay, you can compare yourself to Pony. You can compare yourself to Derry. It could be to Johnny. It could be to Daryl, Dally. You have a lot of characters in this novel, and we discussed each and every one of them. And we know how their personalities are from how they behave and how they speak. Okay, and we can also depend on characterization to learn more about the characters. All right, remember the steal method? How the character speaks, from their speech, from their effect on others. How do other characters feel about him or her, from their actions and their looks, all right, how they look, how they carry themselves, how they dress, and finally from their looks and from their actions. This is the steal method. So before you decide which character you're going to compare yourself to, it's best for you to see to study each character's personality or to kind of look at it overall and see who you're closest to or who you're different from. Okay, because your essay is going to be either to say similarities and differences. All right, so you could have some similarities, but you could also have some differences, which is necessary. Okay, you're not going to be exactly like the character. All right, remember, this is a compare and contrast. When you compare, you're telling the similarities. When you're contrasting, you're telling the differences. What you're going to be required to do is, number one is to to complete a compare and contrast Venn diagram. This compare and contrast Venn diagram is going to be today on Wednesday. All right, this is your assignment for Wednesday. To sit on your own and to complete this Venn diagram, you're going to state to me, all right, if you go on SMS, you'll see that the Venn diagram is posted under a Term 2 project folder. All right, if you click here, you'll see that this is a Venn diagram. All right, it's a graphic organizer that consists of a Venn diagram. Here you would put your name, okay, and here you would put the character's name that you're comparing yourself to, or whether you're comparing yourself to Pony Boy, you would put Pony Boy. If you're comparing yourself to Dairy, you would put Dairy. Whoever it is. On this side, you're going to be writing your own unique characteristics or your personality traits that are different. And in the overlapping section, you're going to put the similarities between you and the character that you chose. All right. So if you both are uh, um, if you're both into you like, for example, let's say that you're comparing yourself to Derry, and we know that he is into his physical strength, or he likes things that show his physical abilities. If you're that type of person, you like weightlifting. All right, you like to dress the same way that Derry dresses. You like to show off your muscles. Okay, uh, that could be a similarity. You would put it here in the overlapping. So in the overlapping part, in case you don't know how to function a Venn diagram, you would put in the middle the similarities between you and the character of your choice. On the sides, you would write down the unique characteristics of yourself, the things that are different between you and the character. In the assignment, you're going to then give me a rough draft, okay? And this rough draft is going to be due by next week so that I could look at them and see if you have any mistakes or so on, so that I could edit them for you, and then you could give me a final paper. Remember, you are going to be your essay is going to be made up of 5 paragraphs. All right, an introduction and the body, 3 paragraphs of body, and then finally the conclusion paragraph, which will include your overall summary of your essay. All right, we're going to type it using what we call MLA format that I'm going to be explaining to you in one of our online sessions, inshallah, to tell you how to do it. Don't forget that you also have a rubric here that is going to give you an evaluation of 1 to 5. This is how I'm going to grade you, and this is how what I'm looking for in each grade. So please read the rubric well and get familiar with, if you're aiming for a 5, this is what we need. We need consistency. We need it to be well organized and coherent, okay, not confusing. All right, I want it to be clear that you're stating a difference, that you're stating a similarity, and so on. In your essay, we need similarities and differences. All right, so remember your introduction, you're going to introduce um, the novel, you're going to introduce what you're comparing your character to, and then you're going to put your body. In your body, you're going to discuss the similarities and the differences between you and the characters. All right. The second paragraph, you're going to discuss a similarity or a difference, and then third paragraph, similarity or a difference. Fourth paragraph, similarity and a difference, and then finally, in your final paragraph, you're going to give a conclusion. That being said, then you're going to that is your first one. The second project is done through partners, and here you have your partners listed at the bottom. Okay, the breakdown. Again, we're working by social distancing. Okay, so you guys can send each other information. You guys can work by communicating online or via Zoom meetings. Okay, you can type your stuff and send it to your partner. Your partner can print it and create the mobile if you're trying to do a mobile. This is how a mobile looks like. All right. Again, you would talk about the author. All these little index cards could be easily made. Someone could type it and send it to someone, to their partner. Their partner could print it, and then they can put it in the mobile. So you could collaborate together, by at the same time keep your social distancing. All right. So if you're creating a mobile, this is one how it looks. You would make it. You could some do it with a hanger. If you go to Google and you type images of like a book mobile, you would find different ways that they can have it. Some do it in a hanger, some do it like this. Um, you can have stuff like that. All right, so you can get so many ideas. Um, and then these index cards discuss several aspects in the novel. All right, so you could discuss the author. Okay, that's one of them. You have to also discuss the characters. Okay, you don't have to discuss all the characters. You can just focus on, let's say, for example, you could choose three main characters that you of your choice. Okay, because again, characters in the novel are plenty. So you know, so again, this is how to do it. Don't forget to also continue to discuss the setting, all right? Conflict, all right? The conflict here, you can mention more than one if you like, all right? And when you discuss the conflict, you can also tell what type it is, okay? If it's man versus man, is it man versus nature? And discuss the conflict and describe it. You're gonna also dedicate a theme, a little index card for the theme. And I also want you to tell me in an index card, what was the happiest moment for you guys in the novel? What was the saddest moment in the novel? And what was the most exciting part of the novel for you? Okay, you can say the happiest part is when the brothers were reunited. When Pony Boy finally realizes that Derry does love him. You can say that the saddest part of the story is when Johnny passed away. Okay. The most exciting part for you could be the day of the fight, the day of the rumble, or when he had a conversation with Randy and Randy called him by his name. You can just mention this is something that you and your partner have to discuss. Finally, you're going to discuss the resolution, and then at the last index card, you're going to put 5 slang terms that were used in the novel that are most significant to you, okay, or the ones that really stuck to you the most, or you remember the most, okay. So this is if you're going to do the mobile. All right. The next one here is to design your own book cover. Okay. If you do so, you must design it, you must draw it yourself and color it. And then you have to submit a one-page paper explaining what your book cover means and why your book cover is better than this book cover this is the original book cover. So of course, if you're going to make one or make a book cover, uh, uh, um, then you're going to have to so you're gonna have to do something that is different. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna have to do something that is different than this one. All right, then you're gonna have to submit a one-page paper explaining why your book cover means this way. How could you divide it? You can have one person draw and one person write the paper, and then you guys could send them to me separately, and just I would understand that you're guys from the same group. Again, you guys don't have to uh, uh, um, again here acting out or a scene from the novel is going to be difficult because that would require you guys to meet, and I thought that maybe you guys could do it in school, but now since we're working from home, um, this is not recommended. This type of project, which would be not recommended because it would require you guys, in order to videotape a scene, you guys would have to work together or meet, and it's not a good time to publicly to be in contact. So I suggest not to work on number one type of project, which is creating a video. All right. So I would highly recommend that you do any other type other than this one. Okay, it'll be way better. All right. So you can have this book mobile. This book mobile is very good because you're just sharing information via email by typing it, sending it, and then one person can actually construct the mobile and send me the picture of it. And that would be fine. All right. Designing the book cover also is fine. One person could draw. The other person could be responsible for writing the one-page paper describing why their book cover is better than the original. And then you can also do a collage. A collage here is basically a combination of pictures that you can get from online or you can get from magazines and put them together